Hello and welcome to another room here on TryHackMe. We're going to tackle the one called content discovery. I feel this is an important room for many of you guys learning to pen test, because discovery is what's gonna lead you to a maybe vulnerability. If you cannot find it, you will never get a shell, and well, getting a shell is not really the most difficult thing always. It's more like finding the initial maybe foothold. So discovery of content, hidden whatever paths or private content on a web server that may lead to new vulnerabilities. This is exactly what this room about. It's very important. So really hope you like this content here and you like this room. And if you do like the content that I'm creating here for you guys on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. It will help me greatly if you do so, because at some point I might be able to apply for YouTube partnership, and it's a long process, but I am trying to get there. So please subscribe to my channel if you like the content that I'm doing, and also click the bell, because then you get notifications whenever I upload a new video. Alright, let's get on with the video. It's called content discovery, and it's basically a lot of questions. So the very first one should be, what is the content discovery method that begins with M? Okay, so I guess we kind of need to read the text here in some way. The content discovery way that starts with M. So we need to read this text here and say like, yeah, la la la, all is very fine. Let's see. Okay, intended, all the websites, configuration means, and maybe the be the word manually. If that is the word, that is a funky way. Alright, manually then. What is the content discovery method to begin with an A? Well, that is an automated then, so let's do automated. And what is the content discovery method to begin with O? That is OSINT. Now, the three different terms here apply to somewhat the same thing going on. OSINT is mostly manual, I would like to say. Automated is more like, you know, vulnerability contents, whatever scanners. It could be Nessus, it could be Nmap, it could be GoBuster, it could be Nikto, different kind of scanners, you know. Now that we are here, we should visit the website 10.10.199.215. That is a link here. It's being filled out for us with the links. Let's click it. And with what hidden directory? So this is another way for you to see that you should always check the robot.txt file. So that is a staff portal. Now the reason for having a robots.txt file is basically to tell the search machines to not really save this in the search database. So we're going to Google and type, let's say this website is called corporation.com and then you went ahead and searched for stuff, then it would not list staff portal because it needs you to know the actual URL. But you can always go ahead and just type robots.txt, so it's not really security, it's just a layer of So it is being discussed whether this should be a thing or not. I think it's interesting because I can see disallowed path. So for me as an attacker, as a pen tester, it's definitely a plus for me to get this information for free. So let's do manual discovery fab icon. And what framework did the fab icon belong to? Now they give us the actual line of code to do. So let's just go in and say this is line of code. And I'm not really sure what we should do with this. We're getting an MD5 checksum out of it, so not really that interesting, I guess. We could also just take a look at the web page. It is being slow. Great. So it kind of tells us the fav icon displayed in the browser's address bar tab used for banding a website. That is true, the small icon there. Sometimes the framework build website, blah blah blah. So I'm really sure what to do with this. Why am I to curl this? That's a really weird thing. And why is it that I cannot? Let's take away that. It's just hanging there. Very interesting. Not really sure why it's hanging this much. Say on the text box, open. I'm opening it. Website coming soon. Let's right click and view the source. And it says CGI RRC, no idea what that is. Is that our answer? CGI RRC? It is the answer. So yeah, because the content management system creates a fav icon that looks like the name or the logo for, you know, the CMS or content management system that we're gonna hack, crack, whatever. Manual discovery of the sitemap. Now this is very common to WordPress sites. So let's go ahead and look at the sitemap XML. I'm just going to disconnect from my VPN because it's really slowing down everything. Now we see here that we have different kind of path going on, and we have something called secret areas. I guess this is the one they want me to put in, so let's just do that. Next thing is HTTP headers. So we could do like this, curl, and then execute it and get different kind of headers out of the HTTP protocol. And basically the one proof of concept that we executed this, so it's gonna, whoa, let me just clear this, and that is not what I copy pasted. I want to copy paste this. So let's do that line, and with permission denied, so let's do sudo in front. I don't know why I need to do that. And then let's see up in the top here, we're gonna see the different kind of headers, you know, the get and stuff, and right here we have the flag as a header. You know, normally you don't have any very interesting secrets like a flag in a header, but sometimes in HTTP headers you can find stuff like values being transferred between the client and the server that might authenticate you to something. So it is always worth looking at. Sometimes they try and hide stuff for you. So what is the flag in the framework's administration portal? So I guess they want me to go to this website here, and the different links here are pointing to the different parts we're gonna look in, and they want me to look in this side, it would seem. That's exactly the same. So let's just look at documentation and login, change log. I'm just seeing here something with zip file. So the question was the administration portal, so we need to get access to that. So what is this temp.zip about? Let's take a look at this. Temp.zip. TMH static labs, and that is, I don't know, not really doing much, I guess. Let me just see if is that a thing? Doesn't seem like a thing to me, so let's just, and documentation say the implementation framework, once you install the framework, navigate to, so let's do that. Let's take that URL there and delete the slash, and it kind of say this all the time. Let's look in the And then network tab here, what's going on. So you send something. There's definitely something sent back and forth. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to, this is a step too far, but we already know about it. So why not just use what you know? And let's go to storage, sorry. And look what we have here. We have nothing going on, no. So it might seem that we need to do something more than just this. So what is this saying here? It says we have an issue, a backup processing the file that we call, which potentially could unreadable by the public. Okay, so and then it says once you install a friend, log in with the username admin. Now, where is this path? Is it that one? No? Is it this one? I find it highly strange that I can access the login page. Customer login. Is that the one? No? You would think that even on an easy room I should be able to find the right URL, but it seems like that I'm unable to find the correct URL, even though I'm giving everything. TMH framework login. Is that from, oh. Yeah, okay, I just, you know, didn't really look, so it's my fault. This is the flag, just take it. This is another case of, you know, having stuff on the stack, you know, that's gonna be discovered by just checking out the website. So let's do Google hacking. So what Google Doc operator can be used to show old results from an old particular type site. So only results, so that is site and colon. Now I highly suggest you go ahead and read this, because you can go onto Google and type site colon and then do stuff like example.com, and then you will see only stuff from example.com. There's only one hit on that site, but if you said like something like Microsoft, let's do that, then you get like a lot of hits. And sometimes, you know, hidden URLs might be there that Google crawls, so never a bad idea. The Webalizer, the OSINT Webalizer. It's an online tool browser extension. So let's go to the Webalizer. Hilton technologies such as frameworks, content management system, pair process, and so on. What online tools can be used to what? Webalizer. So let's go ahead and just take example.com again. No, we're probably not allowed to do this, but who cares? Example.com, and the website's gonna webalize it. Analyze it. Web application analyze. I know, webalize. And it's gonna tell you some technology stack, you know, stuff like, I guess it could detect stuff like framework and languages and stuff like that, but it seems like that this is not running that well right now, so let's just continue. The OSINT Wayback Machine. That's a very interesting machine. It can be used to go back in time if you had, like, let's say, do they really want me to post the same link there? Incredible easy room. Okay. It is a really good place, because if you go to the Wayback Machine and type in example.com and then browse history, you'll notice that it's gonna find a lot of, you know, written moments in time that it recorded. So we can go back to like 2022 sometime, back, and we all know it's the same thing going on the site. So maybe they have more than 702 billion websites. So let's go back to 2002. Just take the very first occurrence we see there and say, how did example.com look like at that time? And sometimes, you can find old installation information and stuff like that. So it's gonna take a while, isn't it? There we go. I really want to see it now because I'm kind of curious. How does it look? 2002 example.com. Interesting or not interesting? Bonk or debunk? Let's see. This is look like that. Reserved domain names. Someone owned it at that time, and this isn't really interesting, but it could be holding some. Let's say webmaster can. So it's been given to different people. So let's just go back and say this is what we can use this for. And GitHub is another great way. What is Git? It's a version control system. Let's just take the text and answer the question. Git is a really good place for you to look for stuff, because if you go, for example, on GitHub, you can type GitHub like that. You could, for example, say site GitHub and then plus, and then within quotes search for stuff like password, and see if you find some hit like, and this isn't really, let me see what we can do on quotes here. GitHub, alright. Let's try one more time. GitHub without the quotes, and the plus, github.com. There we go. Now it found a lot of stuff with, the word password in. And you can even further narrow down the search by using different kind of Google parameters to say search for whatever GitHub that have the word in of that company name you're trying to pen test, or different words or account names, just to get any kind of information. So GitHub is a really interesting place to look for stuff. You would be amazed what people forget to remove in the GitHub stuff. What URL do you want me to copy paste these URLs? It seems like they just wanted to copy paste this. It's very interesting. It says S3 buckets. Now that is Amazon Web Services that allows people to save files, and stuff on the web. And sometimes, these buckets can be configured, incorrect, and you can then access these kind of buckets. And if that is possible, you probably have vulnerability on your hand, or maybe you have the incorrect authentication process on it, so you can actually access it. That's really bad. Automated discovery. Now, the different kind of things we can go on here. We have the FUF. I don't like that tool, but it's okay, I guess. I maybe don't like it because I never really used it. That is very common. So let me just say that again. I like GoBuster a lot because it's really easy to use and runs fast. I also sometimes use Derp, and I should probably use FUF a bit more. I don't know why, but it's just the same. Basically, it's just what is the name of the content beginning with mo. So we should basically just take this GoBuster here and go in, clear this and run it. An error. So we're gonna make sure that is this setlist right there? So setlist, and it should be discovery. Now my path is different because I installed it different. So that is why I need to just do this. And it's gonna find something pretty fast. Out of 4,713 different, possible paths, it's gonna find this with M or whatever they talked about. Yeah, the mo monthly. So let's just take this. So what is the name of the log file that was discovered? Yeah, I don't know, but log file should be discovered. Is it this they mean? So demo went like this, and you discovered the directory. Oh, so that's not really what they said. The log file is development.log. Let's just have a look at this. Another interesting part, it doesn't really do anything. Let's just see it. So now we completed the room and we learned about content discovery. There's more to content discovery than just what I showed today. You know, this is a really good place to start. I would say what I commonly use when I pen test different rooms is stuff like HTTP headers. I use automated discovery a lot. I love GoBuster a lot. So that's very common. And it's also very common that you just walk the web application, and walking a web application is just, you know, browsing it in a natural way, so you kind of get the flow and the feel of it. So that's it for this video. I hope you liked it, and I'm gonna see you again in the future outside. Maybe not, but inside. Who gonna know? See you again.